Okay, so what a difference a few days makes. I uploaded my video on, I think it was like a Thursday, something like that. And the next thing I know, here I am at the house. So we got word that school was going to be closed for 2 weeks because of everything that's going on right now in the nation with COVID-19. And so everybody's world is turned upside down, and I'm sure that's going to impact what I do with my coaching and the feedback that I give the teacher, the whole plan. So this is going to be a little different. Hopefully everything will be fine. We'll get back to the school. But yeah, I'm here at Chateau Freeman, and I will have to do my reflections and videos from the house for just a little while. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So, I had my first video, my first coaching session that I videoed and edited and posted. This one was all about identifying the current reality. And Knight explains that in order to get a current reality, everybody who involved has to be looking at the same thing. There cannot be just, oh, I think this is going well, but let's really sit down objectively. Use a checklist, use a rating scale, use some type of data collection tool, and there are so many in the text. But I use the one in the actual chapter, that tells you how to look at things that relate to the teacher and also that relate to the students. He says that filming is the best way to get that done and watching the video. And so that's what we did. One of the major parts of this coaching session was asking questions to identify a goal. And as I looked at the questions, so there were bunch of questions listed. I think 10 questions listed in this chapter for us to ask our peers. And quite honestly, when I first started, I was thinking to myself, why am I asking all of these questions? But it became clear, in addition to watching the video of Mr. Knight, that the whole point was to elicit the responses of the teacher. And so that teacher could be in control. One of the things we talked about even before all of the video started was developing that rapport and that relationship and allowing the teacher to feel safe and comfortable with you. And when somebody is coming into a teacher's room to observe them, doing anything to keep those boundaries down, those walls of protection down, that's what needs to happen. And so asking questions, getting lots of feedback rather than doing all the talking is a great way to do that. And I actually saw it when I watched the video. I caught myself a couple of times where in my mind I probably would have wanted to just say, hey, this is what it is. But I did resist the urge to tell, and instead I asked. And so that was something that I thought that I did a good job of. The questions are taken from what is called PEERS, and PEERS stands for powerful, easy, emotionally compelling, reachable, and student focused. And Miss Booker, who is my coachee, is that what you call him? She came up with the goal of wanting more student engagement. She realized as she was watching her video that she did a lot of talking, and that when her students talked, they weren't really speaking in thorough terms, that they were giving shallow answers. And so we felt like after we talked for a while, we had to narrow down the goal because it did start out large. But we narrowed it down. Hey, if we want for the students to be engaged, then let's make them prove it in a certain way. Looking ahead, I am excited about this opportunity. Being a teacher leader is something that I find very valuable. And although this is not what I was expecting to be doing in this course, I am excited about the chance to just stretch myself a little bit more and to be able to help other teachers around me. Um, so we'll see what happens if I keep the same positive attitude 2 videos from now. But as of right now, I'm feeling excited. I'm looking for an opportunity for growth. And I'm sure that, well, I hope that as I'm learning, that my deficiencies, my shortcomings, my lack of knowledge, those things don't get in the way of Miss Booker getting something positive out of this experience. I'm sure it'll continue to go well between us. When I asked her, she was like, "Well, what do I have to do?" And I said, "It's all right. Trust me, it's okay. This is my homework. You're helping me with my homework. So it's no pressure on you. All the pressure's on me. But I think this is going to go well. All right. Bye."